Hey everyone, welcome to our second live streaming. Nico here, and this is a live episode of Road to Masters, sorry. So the goal here would obviously be to reach Masters rank playing Dune Imperium online. So, let's see, we get now to see our place. It seems live gets us some luck because finally we are for once our favorite position. Starting position 2 is definitely what we prefer. Here's some nice text. Chomarchy, not that great early game, but definitely a useful one end game. Spy satellites is also a very powerful one, obviously. And let's have a quick look at the Imperium row. Yeah, some very good cards. I mean, all of them have good arguments to be picked up. So let's see. Seems we even get Baron as player 2. That is if we can make happy about that, to be fair. As number 1 maybe Hundro, could also be Ilban, but yeah. It's player 1 pick. So our master stroke with the most traditional possible in Rise of X setup, obviously Fremen and Racing Guild. So a skirmish to start, obviously, and the interesting one, especially for us as Baron. Obviously the goal would be to go to Hardy Warriors, unleash our master stroke, and then if we can win the conflict it gives us a round 2 interstellar shipping. Our hand is a bit imbalanced. I usually like having one of the faction access card and the other one for the second hand, but we won't complain too much. Baron round 2, having one faction access is already obviously great for us. So we won't wait to do Hardy Warriors, because other players might want to block us from it. Obviously, if we keep it for a second agent, we don't want to risk it. Jake first place 40, picking up. Let's refresh it on the deck. What exactly did we have here? Nothing really interesting for us to pick up round 1. I'm waiting, maybe using the dagger with tech negotiation to have enough to pick up maybe a Bene Gesserit Sitter or missing Destiny, but we will probably use diplomacy or Dune the desert if smuggling is open. Could also be a good point. We might need to consolidate on our conflict, given whatever her name is also seemingly keen. Us maybe like a water. I'm not sure I want to draw a card here. Actually, why not? Gives us a bit of persuasion. I would just read up tinkering. Seems it's lagging. Let me quickly finish. Let me try to fix that. Thank you, Elena, for telling me about the lag. I hope it is better now. Let me know. So obviously we picked up the signet ring as the only card we didn't want to, but that is the name of the game. Let's reveal here. Seems it is not better. I'm wondering what exactly is the problem. Now is it better now? Yes, Elena seems to say so. I hope so. YouTube still says it's lagging. To be honest, I checked a bit online. I saw it was about the bit rate. I already reduced it to what is considered the minimum acceptable. So I hope it maintains at least some sort of fluency so that you can hear me. Okay, so it seems it is better. Let me know in case it lags again. So, game related, we have won the first conflict, which is very good. We have our 2 influence with both important factions, let's say, where it unlocks us Siege Tabre and Interstellar Shipping. Now, I don't think we need to go to Interstellar Shipping with the very first move, given we are the only one in a position to do so. Still have the same tech. Guild Bank Raid could be nice. Guild Bank Raid could be nice, and we anyways don't have much of a choice. Dagger, we cannot really use it except for tech negotiation, not that interesting. Otherwise, yeah, basically it's a reconnaissance to maybe picking up a intrigue card. Let's see if it's a combat card. We could still hope for something in the conflict. It is not. So let us maybe not. Let us actually commit it. It is a bit of a gamble. Usually, Guild Bank Raid is not a very popular conflict, I've noticed. And it really depends on who they so those 3 would be interested. But if we can just pick up 2 Solari early game, would actually help us. A sword obviously hurtful, and that Interstellar Shipping is our next move for sure. Let us for the first time. Get advice because record with Solari won't bring us any closer to a Swordmaster unless we get a place here, which is quite unlikely. Let me see if I fixed a bit the true. I didn't attention to what by the other players. So Lito, Administrator, Essa, Embedded Agent, quite restrictive in its agent effect, especially early game. She definitely doesn't have a Bene Gesserit yet. but the reveal is still interesting, and the fact it is an infiltrate would allow her to take typically a Sword or a Council or the Major. So it is not a bad card. So we'll get third place, which was a bit our hope here, with that little lonely troop sent in. Let us take the Imperium and Praxis, then you can trash it. It's a singer's card, quite useful in my opinion. And obviously for some persuasion. So our stand with this. Some good cards to play, especially those three here. But let's see, we should still be in a position to go to interstellar shipping, which was hoped, to be fair. That's why I got up to the second ship, in a hope to benefit that as early as possible. Thinking if we should call directly or if we should visit the discounted deck. Lagging again currently. Let me try. So hopefully this works now. Really sorry about the lags and the bit, how would you say, the amateur side here, but it's basically my second live stream, so it is maybe not the easiest. Let me know if you have any advice on that, if you have better ideas. I'll definitely keep looking as well online once this one is done, to try and improve the experience week over week. But yeah, if you have any advice, I'd be very happy to hear about it. So now Litos has access as well to shipping, so that will have to be our first play. So seems we have a grand total of 2 viewers. Seems still not better. Let us take that troop transports for free. I think it can make sense to engage in the conflict right now. So let me... So I reduced the quality a bit further to try to ensure at least you can hear me and hopefully see still. Let's have your feedback if anything as well, let me know. And let's hopefully be able to focus on the game now. I think our idea here would definitely be to go to wealth, get enough Solari for next round Swordmaster. Seems we won't be winning that conflict, which is a bit of a shame. But in the end it only cost us one move on the shipping track, basically. Those 3 troops were generated thanks to the troop transport, so it's not the worst. So let's be careful about that. Handro picked up a guild administrator, which gives him potential bumps on that faction and some also incentive to have it, because the reveal effect is dependent on whether you have the alliance or not. But he made us a gift at the same time, giving us that Chom delegate, uncovering it rather than giving it, but it won't matter for us, it's the same. Somehow, yes, we had actually 1 dagger in hand, so that's why or how we matched her for the combat, so she will most likely not get anything out of it neither, at least no victory point. A Lady Jessica here that we could try to pick up if feasible, but obviously absolute priority right now would be Swordmaster, with most likely our second agent, because no one else is close to having enough Solari, so we can probably let that rest for 1 turn. A terrible purpose. A very good hand, especially for the round where we will have 3 agents. We can imagine playing both Diplomacy, Signet Ring, and probably Dagger to go to Swordmaster, so let's figure out what is our priority. Now both Leto and Hanjuro have also interstellar shipping access, so I expect us to have a bit less of a freedom there, but it doesn't matter, we already had some joy there. I think maybe to do this to fold space, just to in the alliance. And the fold space card wouldn't be the worst thing for us at some point, having a bit more flexibility in terms of agent turn. I think it can be an idea. We have pretty good cards in our deck, so it's not a must, but I think locking in that alliance could be part of our priorities this round as well. I forgot that it has 2 cards to go action, so even it might be a bit of a lock cause. I'm taking it anyways right now, so let's ice that there, and we made one bump too much. We don't need. Lito made a curious first move, to be honest. Went direct in, sending in blindly his first troop. Not sure it was urgent play he had. Probably looking through some specific that reason. Seems Sona will be our first agent after all, given now Andrew has it. Hey, well, that is definitely motivated from Ilesa. And sending in, well, at least not fully committing. That would have been an overkill, most likely. But nonetheless, ready to pick up that point. So now on our, on 8 I think we'd like a bit more Solari to pick up a High Council whenever possible, and a Dreadnought would also be a nice addition. And for that we definitely need some extra Solari. Maybe actually sitting to Imperium gives us enough spice for a color. 5 Solari, this would have been spent in that ability, but 5 Solari next round allows for either a Dreadnought or a High Council, depending on what seems most profitable. Only thing is, it means we don't really get involved in the conflict, but anyways, the reward for number 2 and 3 are not that interesting, to be frank. Let's do this. We have a anyways play, so we're not really risk here. Mobilization. That is one that I'm keeping for the longer term, because it can have a huge impact endgame if we can build a bit of a garrison there. The question should be to conspire now, because we have a card at least, yes, here Imperial Spy that can only go there, and I would like to edit it out after that. So maybe with diplomacy we should rather maybe go to Hardy Warriors. build up a bit the garrison, get a bit closer to one alliance that we will need for our allied armada. I think it is something that we are doing right now. Or maybe still suits instead, getting a water instead of spending it. So that's station or Great Flat could be options as well. I think I like that. Especially given Leech still has an age, we could commit more with by going just to a city space. Otherwise, one water to be second here could be a play, but it's not guaranteed. I think we will rather go to still suits. Oh, yeah, well, not paying attention seemingly because Lito actually revealed, he did an early reveal. What exactly did he do that for? Yeah, Jessica, how did I not realize that? I was a bit absent, apparently. Regardless, having two water is not a bad position to be in right now, I think. It might have been a better play because warriors coming troops to get one water by is an animal spice. Right now we gotta gain water thanks to this. Which is debatable, but I think it's better for our flexibility. Unlocks two spaces here we can visit in the next round if we need to. Hundred reveals 8. Just not the spice must flow. So we have just 2 persuasion, so that's an easy Arrakis liaison. Building up that persuasion to hopefully also get soon the High Council and probably invest in a few spice must flow if we can. So not ideal. Imperial Spy, Chome Delegate would have been good cards to pick up now. We have Persuasion, so we could maybe try for Spice Must Flow. Yeah, no, it's a bit, it's not that easy because we cannot go to High Council. We could actually use Dispatch and Envoy. That's Chomer Kigon. And Restricted Ordnance instead. We could go to Conspire with dispatch and envoy, actually. That would give us enough for a High Council, spending these 2 cards. And then potentially with Test of Humanity, going to Research Station would give us enough. Now I'm eyeing the Great Flat still. 5 spice is obviously very interesting, and I'm not sure what I prefer right now. I think I still prefer the Conspire play right now. Gives us a bit more flexibility as well to potentially commit troops at the later stage of this round. Poison Snooper could help us. But let's keep it because anyways would be that card. So Dagger to High Council would be our next play. Lito picked up the slice from the Great Flat, which is obviously a very good call. We have other ideas in mind. Actually, what do we have here in terms of person? We have indeed getting the High Council seat is actually not a priority because both who don't have it yet don't have enough Solari. So we could first Test of Humanity to Research Station. That would guarantee in Persuasion. We could also just try with Poison Spur, and then maybe Aaron can... Oh no, it won't, because Testinity has 2 Persuasion. So no, let's do it that way. Still hesitating, because it will make us pick up as well that Chom Delegate and Imperial Spy I like to play as agents. I think we have that one. That means we kinda need to now commit troops. Obviously a victory would be nice, but I'm not sure 2 true enough for that. And we don't have any actionable card. We're out of spice and no alliance yet. And given the number of agents everyone still has, I think it's better not to deploy. So we picked up exactly the 2 cards that we would have preferred not to pick up. And we are definitely on for next round, which is not the ideal scenario, but then perfect delegate is worst. It will give us a Dreadnought. Oh, that's for us. How did I... what? She had a white falling card. That's another example of why it's so important to keep the cards hidden, because obviously I think she had 5 here going to High Council. Now, given she's under the table in her card, it was obviously not something I thought of. So with that, put us in a position to get Spicemus Flow. I would think so, because we could do Dagger to Tech Negotiation, but that's just 8 Persuasion. Still missing 1. Oh, but we have some awesome. No, awesome. We pick up 2. So we could actually go for a Dreadnought now. Let the High Council round. This will know what we thought of doing. So actually Dreadnought. Snooper brings us to 9. Do we want to... so no tech anymore. Should we actually instead play Delegate? I don't think I like the reveal. Just sorry need for that note or in High Council. So yes, let's figure out. And this anyways, I was checking if troops or units, because this is obviously a significant difference. We include both. Troops are only Dreadnoughts, basically. Little bit attack for himself, maybe a restricted ordinance. Yes, that's exactly what he eyed. Now he's... wow, combat-oriented Lito, which is a bit for fuel civilian. What exactly have intellectual points here? Okay, influence track process. And for us, on instruct processes. In terms of total influence, we're probably quite advanced, as we should be as Baron, given the extra boost thanks to our master stroke. But let's look as well at other players. Ilesa has Lito 7. He also can do quite well given his ability. And Andro 6. And for him, actually, satellite would be the 3 factions that he, for now at least, means 3 victory for him, which is something we need to try to avoid. For us, we have for spies, which is not as obvious a use, but it can work that. So let's spies. So having golden victory points is very nice for in-game. I feel it would be good in a second if we can, though that might be a bit must, given our current levels of salary. Obviously, all of that should be ideally done before round 7, because then should full focus on combat spaces technically to send troops and and to try to fight for those areas. So try to pick up that alliance. This is something I have all right now, but the door doesn't have it as well. We will let high on celebrator. So I'll first focus 2 stilts, being able to grab that point and water at the same time as well. And sending in the dreadnought for Space flow is obviously something you don't want in your hand, but yeah, I don't mind having it now. Anyways, with the Chom delegate here, all like resources that we have here, we try to rather build up and have the best possible hands starting from next round. And I think it does not look great, but at least we have the Space flow out of the way. Let's put it that way. Could have been worse. We should also at some point get down Gesserit. Still a bit behind there, but we have the humanity there. Maybe a Chom delegate would be used, while a bit of spice would not be unhealthy for us if they're enemy outturn. Maybe we use delegate for that. Although first, High Council this time with the signature. Or I'm thinking now. Let me have a look at the deck in terms of persuasion. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Focus with spice flow money rounds later on. I was tempted by a dreadnought, but I think, especially given we don't have that, we could kill with the delegate, then open it on the dreadnought, probably on training drones. But I'm not sure it has that much value endgame. So I think we're going to get our seat at high still. Oh, but we have more reason to go for it instead. What? Otherwise, Chom delegate shipping that here, and I'm next rounds just trigger down. We get one more Bene Gesserit bump, exclude a few money, getting 2 troops. Yes, maybe that's still too bad for that card. We cannot read right now. No, let's do it that way. Yes, I think a delegate 2 shipping makes sense. Once we trigger it down, we can take the 2 spies necessary for the armada. We can add a little high point here that will complete with affinity. We get 2 more troops that we can mobilize. It's safe to. I was considering maybe a liaison with a 2 tag. Yeah, actually, and maybe a dreadnought at some point, but I think it will be too late to get a dreadnought. It's message to go to a combat space. It's maybe be too late, I think so. Let us rather do this. So Ilessa is currently a serious contender for space, I would say, given she's got 1 hanging point here. She needs to visit once, and those are combat spaces, not really a waste of those late ones where you want to hit. And she also can work on that one, and most important, she has 8 spies, so could mean a Hayliner and a very good position for one of those pricey or how to say, attractive combat level combats. 3 cards for us. We might consider get it at some point. But keeping that always seeing what makes most sense here. I want that page. We have anyways 11 in the deck, so likely we wouldn't see it coming up. Anyways, we could finish mission in case to selective breeding when we have the spice. Could be trash, but just give likely trash delegate at this point. Yeah, but it's not. So should be picking up third part for free, which is very good for us. It will certainly be card. And some additional benefits are because we already took 4% research mission and good. So next round for us is likely about research, focusing on getting this flow. Probably also just trying to get that base track, shipping track moving. Probably doesn't matter. I don't think we really want tech at this point. I mean, if we can free a additional card, why not? And maybe the third agent go. Well, if we really need to select it, if we don't have this flow by then, otherwise just the secrets, mobilize that point. Those are free agents, and at the time of our reveal, we will know if the right mobilization can bring us think in terms of quite interestingly to be that instant given no my bad, he left to track and this is why he won those being stepped. So that's a splash for 100. Again, a bit of a strange play by Leto. Why choosing the daggers when you were in? Maybe against me. As a kid. Yeah, at least Ilessa revealed it was so 6 in terms of strength. Memo course. Can we make up that? I don't think so. I think probably a bit too much to make it work. Corner the market is a money draw. This one can be a game changer if we play it right. If we get another item flow, I can go both and we have one already. So we might be able to get the most out of it. That remains to be seen. Not ideal is that we have 2 daggers in hand. That's not exactly what we want in a hand for a spot. But we've stick there. Fully. With that humanity representation. So I get a practice research is really to do. But given nobody has tutor, I think we can afford one. Maybe smuggling could be an idea to the desert, or actually more could make sense in the end. And could give us 1 bump of unity gives us. We wanted to play that of here. That is true, not necessarily the third station. But back to negotiations anyway, because it's a minor persuasion, and to make sure that our of humanity research has no chance of failing, I would say. Yes, it wouldn't. We would be able to buy vice flow for sure. So I think this makes sense. And let's buy that makeover. And the mark was very lucky. I think it could be us. Dune. But that means to see, obviously there's not to go for. We have 5 and 6 really. And our not starting with 1 weight already very well in place, potential win, but we will obviously think to mobilization, might even fight him on that quite. Or not. I think we like and might need to actually defend that with an immediate smuggling if we can. That disrupted our plan special order. Actually, I got that, so he's using his water. See, did he pick up the current water? He could have remember a specimen's flow cleanser. I think we hit. Thing is, test of human research station. This brings us to exactly 9 persuasion. Now if we play now to secure them, the water won't have enough persuasion for vice flow and that to another region. But I think I have to risk it right now. And I'm hoping not blow. The 3 exact I cannot afford. That's quite annoying. Do I have to stay there? Actually, I think I have a player put in front. Take here 7. With the spike flow, then win the conflict of the cards. Could work. Let's try it like that a bit. We might lose a point that aligns, but I bet the fact that he doesn't have anything that allow him to do it right now. It is a risky bet at gambling times. Because third coming that needs 13, 14 meter. 1, maybe even other. So we could see something happening, but that actually doesn't have. He doesn't have that. Maybe that's it now. We would actually pass in the persuasion with conflict. We might not even. It happens, but let's see. We have the other information before. SB High Council. So he does at least, and any dagger in his hands. Wait, no, another card opens. Or every card, yeah, not every dagger. Did he take it up the top of it? That's good for us, or should be, hopefully. And this any play we've given had already revealed. He's out of the conflict now, thanks to that humanity. And now we released 1 card with 2 vision bars. So I would strongly believe this should happen. Particularly, famous swap, that's the Dune. We got quite a good defense also because Leo chose to might be on his team. That's because he got 2 intrigue cards as well, so I don't think that's correct. It would be safe before. We have the same game as well, almost as Lisa. Is that her name? Ilesas. Spice must flow free. We lead with the one that are right now. We'll play first next round, we can still here. So I think he revealed his technique, and he has 2 entry cards. The week be at 13, 15, 22. Yeah, I think that should. I think that work. It takes 5 plus flip. Let me send also add to my channel, like or afterwards video so I can subscribe. It really puts us on my time, so maybe to yeah, make content to more people that are. So please, if you can afford, I'll be happy to see you join. So let's get 9. And if you want to win, just join for that, because I have some terrible games where we play something, and I mean it's part of what makes it interesting is that it's easy and straightforward. Look, or I mean even though it doesn't straightforward, but even more complex. And it's yeah, there are games and all of them are not filtering. Oh, on this video, at least it's not computer anymore. But let's see, he doesn't have another card. In trigger game, we have another game card. Let's take actually one card note on top of our config. Looks funny, we could do that. So great. So this is live. Thank you very much, everyone.